Free, how may I help you? Hi, I have two gentlemen at my cafe that are refusing to make a purchase or leave. I'm at the Starbucks at 18th and Spruce. All right, please, I'll be out as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, the disturbance at the Starbucks group of mail this cause the disturbance. We got 9.3, 9.2, 9.23, and 2.4 location. They're requesting another unit along with a supervisor.
Meeting 23 and 24 to headquarters. And 913, I'm going to be transporting. 114, I got two mails. Last three are going to be 107.
Hoorah! Hey!
Over the weekend, a video went...
Well, folks, this is the best show on Blog Talk and the best show on the internet. Shut up! Nobody, and I mean nobody, tackles issues like inflammatory talk. Shut up! And Mr. Midnight Movie. Shut up! And Jewish producer.
No, son.
Shut up! We tackle the things that nobody tackles.
No, son.
Demand answers.
No, son.
Stop walking on eggshells. Shut up!
No,
Now's the
son.
time to get more happy
Get off
because the
his
SoCal
located
resident ticket is
fat
back
enchilada
at
ass
Disneyland
and start
Resort.
talking
Save
about
up
the
to
run.
25%
No, son.
select multi-day tickets and for more savings. You can have more excitement,
All day long.
and
We're
more
making a
magic.
movie about white
There's no
guilt.
better
We're going to
time to
examine
get more
all of
happy.
these facts.
Visit
The civil rights movement
Disneyland.com/SoCal
today
on the
basically
benefit
protects criminals.
Savings
Okay, stop interrupting me.
We're making a movie about white guilt.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
Shut up. We're making a movie about white guilt.
Done in a beautiful fashion. The documentary, at the same time, both prose and poetry.
It's not the noble movement that it was.
I'm above you on all these issues. I've been to the military. I have served in the capacity to protect your rights to bloviate. To protect your rights to bloviate.
Who are you to tell me what my style is, you meth addict?
I've been to the military.
How do you know I'm a meth addict?
I'm above you on all these issues.
How do you know I'm a meth addict?
You haven't served in the military. In fact, you wouldn't be fit for the military.
I'm a racist, and I don't consider myself an especially evil person.
What's this got to do with the price of rice in China?
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm a better man.
You're not a better man than me.
We've established that.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
Yes,
You
folks.
could not defend the very rights you
Oh.
enjoy. You are the ultimate invalid. Invalid.
I put stock in you. I'm wondering why Mr. Solutions is not Heavy Daily show.
What's this got to do with the price of rice in China?
Money. I'm into aviation. Money.
Power.
Money.
Power.
Man boobs.
Shut up.
I see why Sick the Tank Daddy kicked his ass and kicked him out of the house early on.
Man boobs.
Shut up.
I'm going to talk over you as loud as I can. I've got my speaker full blast to blow you away.
Shut up.
Mr. Midnight Movie.
My name is Delano. I have killed Mr. Midnight Movie. I stabbed that son of a bitch.
Money.
Power.
Money.
Power.
Tired.
Money.
Power.
Money.
Yes, folks. Oh, shit.
Blow you away. That was me.
What's up, sound?
Oh, my God. Well,
Turn that
folks.
off.
Yeah, turn it off. You know what? I am really upset right now.
Yeah.
And
understandably so.
Melissa DePino in the Civil Rights Industrial Complex. I was going to call the show Melissa DePino, the white guilt queen, which she is. But it's a bigger issue than that. Starbucks, just this whole issue has just spun out of SJW control. And it's just, you know what? I guarantee you, if America heard the conservative side and the conservative arguments, I guarantee you, most of them, about 85 to 95%, would say, this is foolish, this is stupid. Maybe 75%. But the civil rights industrial complex is hanging on for dear life. It knows it's wrong. You know, and all we need is that Dorothy to throw the water on that witch. and I think it will melt away.
You know who's guilty?
Who?
NPR. Shut up about this already. Shut up.
Yeah.
I can't stand the art. Honestly, the coverage I'm hearing 3 straight days on NPR is just horrendous. Today they had an interview with a writer. Oh,
I think it was the same writer, Melissa DePino.
For 5 hours a day, and I'd use the bathrooms without ever.
And I've taken a huge dump. A coffee crap. And I've eaten a chili dog in the toilet.
I used their toilet. They didn't hassle my white honky ass.
No. And I smelled up the place. And I smeared my name in feces. Give me, you know what? My cousin was kicked out of Starbucks at least 5 times for sleeping and resting there.
Was he really?
Yes.
Wow. That's what crazy people do. They go to Starbucks and sleep.
Yeah, and it's like, this is the silliest goddamn thing.
By the way, fat faggot is white.
Yes, he is. But it was his crazy cousin that, and he would say, "How do you know my eyes are closed?" He would try to. Oh my God! If he were black, though, he would be such an SJW, because crazy people, a lot of them are SJWs. They go into bed. You know this. You know what I mean? You got to be a paying customer. This is insane. It is insane what's going on here. This is not, when are we going to deal with the issues of black on white mob violence? Why has Colin Flaherty's channel been taken down so many times? And he has to re-upload.
He got kicked off of Twitter, right?
No, he's gotten kicked off of YouTube several times. It's ridiculous. And hey, let's there's barely nothing about some of the horrendous crimes that many black Americans do to white Americans. And let's not forget what's going on around the world. How about the 114 rapes that happened, I believe it was in Rodham, England, by Pakistani men? Not a peep. But if a white person, God forbid, perhaps doesn't apply the rules justly, which is, neither here to. I mean, like it's hard.
For the record, I need to know: is there any chance that Colin Flaherty may have faked getting kicked off of YouTube? Because I don't find his content. I can find his content really boring and not too extreme. What did he say to get kicked off of YouTube?
Okay, he doesn't say any. Okay, first of all, I don't find his content boring. But secondly, he shows videos of black on white mob violence.
Oh, that's what it is. Oh, you know what? I might be thinking of somebody else then. Sorry if that, because Colin Flaherty's presentation, it seems a little dry. But yeah, you're right. He shows some crazy videos.
Yeah, no, I mean, and those videos get taken down. And this is, because not to just deal with YouTube and Google, the fact of the matter is there was an ad apocalypse. And it was, in my opinion, orchestrated by the civil rights industrial complex. It was done, a lot of these Fortune 500 companies, they all have their diversity places, their civil rights department, and they came down on YouTube and Google and said there's hate speech, because the truth is they want to control the narrative. They want to control America. They want to control your speech. And May 29th, Starbucks is starting to have it's going to have a racial sensitivity training, and they're shutting down many of their stores. And JP and I are going out and protesting. We're going to be protesting. We're going to be asking people to sign a petition for white South African farmers. And I think any white person that is living...
Open doors, open to groups, open to anybody to come and join us. This should be pretty interesting.
Yeah. And also fighting the civil rights industrial complex. And it's not just in America. It has become worldwide. These are perverted people, okay? They're not good individuals. And you know what? If I'm wrong, prove it. Don't try to shut me down like a Gestapo. Do we have a chance to meet with these diversity trainers? You know what? I don't know if I want to show the video, but in Santa Monica, they had one of their white guilt rallies.
Are you not going to play it?
I'm going to play it. I just got to look it up, and I've been going all over. On
sorry, I thought you had it ready.
I've been going all over social media, but you know what? White privilege conference. Let me just see.
I've noticed recently that you have been going and commenting a lot and getting so much response on YouTube. You're actually saving my inspiration, because I hit a wall with the social networking, and now seeing you get more active and getting some attention from what you're making comments on, it's inspired me. I actually want to jump back in and start building up the networks again, especially on Gab. I want to get things going on Gab. I want to figure out a way, too, to add more than 100 people.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody out there knows, please tell me.
Yes. So
we are on Gab. By the way, this is Inflammatory Talk with Mr. Midnight Movie and Jewish producer. And we have a website. I'm building a new website. It should be up and ready. Sorry, I've just, again, it's the creativity, the wall thing. I have this website ready to be designed and gone live, but I keep delaying the whole thing because of procrastination and inspiration. So I need to get on that. And once I do, all we need is a few more images. We're going to have subscriptions. We're going to have a chat thread. What do you call that? A place to go hang out and talk.
Chat board, yeah. And we want
a chat board. We're going to have free video. We're going to have tons of our free content. And we're going to have special content that you will have to pay. Not much at all. Maybe like a quarter.
Yeah.
And we don't know. Actually, no, it's a couple bucks a month. Mm-hmm. And then you can listen to some of the more obscure what am I trying to say here? Some of the more obscure footage that we've created over the last few years. We've been doing this now since 2010 with Inflammatory Talk, No White Guilt, and there's an end game. We have a project we're working on.
Yes.
And I don't know if we're going to stop until we've fulfilled our mission.
Well, this is what I'm talking about right here. Let me just play this real quick.
Yes.
Go ahead. And this is just off the cuff, because conservatives were actually kicked out, and this was done by taxpayers' expense, by the way. This white privilege conference, which is really a white guilt conference. Let's just be honest and say what it is. So let's just take a look at White Nationalists Disrupt Santa Monica Anti-Racist Meeting. Complete lie. But let's just play. See what this is.
This is in Santa Monica?
This was in Santa Monica, yes.
What? All right.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to hear.
I appreciate CRJ. I appreciate the Sunday workshops. I think it's important for us to have a dialogue. A respectful one is important for transcendence. I think she was talking about transcending to a human plateau, and we're not there yet. I'm not saying we are. I come to these every now and then. Today I decided to bring my son. He's 12. I'm not going to stay because it feels like it can get contentious, and it already feels disrespectful. But I do appreciate CRJ having these open public dialogues, because everything I know about society is this is how we get to know each other. And we'll move past tolerating each other to understanding. So I do appreciate it. You know, I'm an administrator of schools, 2 elementary schools. And, you know, we talk about how important it is to have dialogue, especially when there's like disagreement or misunderstanding or an intolerance. We talk about it's important to talk about it. So I appreciate CRJ. I'm on the Virginia Avenue Park Advisory Board, 42 years in Santa Monica. You know,
and this is a long history of white men. Okay,
wait. Pause this for a second. Pause this right here for a quick second.
Yes.
Okay. Look. It's hard to hear. Okay, and I want people that are listening, and there's at least 2 people listening. What is? Can you kind of catch us up and then play the rest of the clip?
Long history. Okay, there are 2 men wearing masks, and basically they're wearing masks because they're afraid for their job, because these people go after people's livelihood who disagree with them. They are very totalitarian, and they need to be stood up against. They're very bad people. But the long history of white men wearing masks to terrorize African Americans comes to Santa Monica. Nonsense. They're doing it to conceal their identity because you will try to cost them their economic livelihood. You're liars. Okay, go ahead. Let me.
So a black family that's been here a really long time. Again, I appreciate CRJ talking about this, especially with the gentrification of our neighborhood. There's a lot of my family members who
gentrification. So when they come in, when black folks come in, it's called diversity. But when we come in, it's called gentrification. We're not welcome anywhere. And pretty soon we're moved out, and then if we ever decide to move back in, it's called gentrification. But when they move in, it's called diversity.
Live here anymore, and I really love to talk about that. I'm glad someone mentioned class and named it, but I am going to go ahead and leave. But I did want to send my love to CRJ, Bob, and everyone for hosting these, because it's important. But most importantly, I hope we can have respectful dialogue, because you never know who's in the audience with their children or whoever. And we do want to show that we know how to talk about things as adults.
Boo! You don't know how to talk. You're not fair.
Jews are not the original people either. We need to give that up as well. I agree with you. We need to give that up as well.
Amen.
Okay.
I asked a simple question.
White Jewish supremacy, shut it down.
I'm seeing what he said.
So,
What?
One,
Stay out loud.
2, and 3. Thank you. Okay, can you gentlemen right here? Okay. Okay. You know what? You can take that outside. That language, if I don't hear, take it outside.
Why? We're all adults in here. You just like in the interior. Okay, you go. Tell him to go now.
Take it to Santa Monica PD. They're waiting.
Tell him to go.
Okay, so what we're doing now is closing down the meeting with the next 3 questions without interruption. If you come into this space, no, you don't interrupt me either.
Really?
Yeah, that's right.
He called me
So
inferior. What if I said that you just now?
but you don't get to
hit pause for a second.
with your anti.
All right. So catch me up here. I just hear a lot of shouting.
Yeah, you know what?
Liz says going after people's livelihoods for disagreeing with them is the new black.
Oh yeah. You disagree with the civil rights industrial complex, and you're white, or if you're anyone, you better watch your pocketbook. You better watch your job. And that's disgusting. These people need to be rooted out for what they are. If you're costing people jobs, it's going to cost you your job too, pal. We need to, if they're going to boycott, maybe we need to boycott too.
All right, let's play some more of that. And so what's going on in this video? Anything we should know about it?
You know what? This is not as good as I thought it would be.
I don't know who Barco what the fuck is in our chat room, but clearly he's got a big crush on Liz what the fuck, and that's okay. Yes, so we encourage that in the chat room. Flirt away, have fun. But go ahead, play them more. Either play another clip or play the end of this one.
All right, I want to play this. This is white, and this is okay. White people banned from white privilege seminar by blacks and Jews, all at taxpayers' expense. So let's get into this real quick.
Yeah, okay.
Wait a second. You know what? Are we sharing a screen, JP?
No, you got to share your screen.
All right, I'm going to share the screen with you here. Let's go to share screen.
No, yes, Barco got a wink back from Liz. So things are working pretty nicely in the chat room. All right, I can see your screen now.
So we're sharing the screen. This is the white privilege seminar. And the fact that we are paying for this at taxpayers' expense is really disgusting. But again, the civil rights industrial complex has gotten into everything, and they do not want to be criticized. You have to sit up and shut up and listen, and it's really bad. So let me play this.
Coconut. Yeah, go get your coconut, okay? Go get your coconut.
You're racist.
Yes.
You're racist. You're a fool. You're a fool. Because your people built this country too. Your people built this country too. And you know what the cool part is? White fucking workers also have built this fucking country. We built this motherfucker. You wouldn't have shit to be proud of. You wouldn't have nothing to be proud of. We built this motherfucker. Everyone else was doing this.
You're cutting your line. Yeah, you are. You just
Hey, I got brown privilege. I'm getting. Oh yeah. No. Hey, just say it. This guy, you can't come on. I'm just. Hey, your husband, I'll let your husband talk to you. He can't come in.
Why can't he come in?
You can't come in. I'm going to not let you in. Let us in.
Let us in. Let us in.
Let us in. I'm not letting you in.
Why can't he go in?
Listen to this crap. This was our taxpayer dollars at work.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Stop it.
Anti-white. 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 Anti-white.
Yeah, you are. You're anti-white.
Discrimination. I grew up in that discrimination.
Let's go. Come on. Let him in. Let him in. Whoa. Yo.
If watching this is not making you mad,
all right, give the link. Get the link and put it.
I got to get the link into this puppy dog right here.
Yeah, because it's pretty ridiculous.
It's a lot of people.
I mean, it's just black. I mean, I don't know who's fighting who here. I just hear a lot of screaming. And can you explain what's happening?
This is happening in where Boss Ross grew up in was Santa Monica.
Yeah,
and these monsters are basically blocking the door because they want to control the narrative. This is the link.
The narrative between who?
You know what? Between the civil rights industrial complex and those who speak out against it, because they only want one voice. It is so un-American. It is so anti-liberty. It's just awful. Awful.
And they will fight. Liz says they'll beat your ass for not being agreeable, and she's right. These
damn right, Liz. Damn right.
We got threatened. Mr. Midnight Movie Night got threatened.
I got threatened by a guy.
Remember that protest we went to? A guy came right in our face. I thought we were going to die.
Yeah.
In a broken arm, and I thought we were still going to get our asses kicked.
Yeah. Luckily, we both have pepper spray right now, but we might need to be concealed and carried. It's too bad we don't live in Texas. Because that's what we do.
You're going to be able to buy our freedom spray, our own brand of mace, if it's pepper spray, and it is going to be on our website. I'm not even joking.
Yeah. Because we want people to be able to defend themselves. Because just remember, the civil rights industrial complex is very aggressive. And one of the things that I think would stop a lot of that nonsense would be my caning laws. I know it's not going to happen, but it would be something that I know would stop all of the nonsense. 3 strikes across the buttocks, go to jail, and then you might get 3 strikes again. That's the way I would handle things, and I think it would be wonderful. So let me play. Hold on. What's that? All right. Let me play this crap. It's getting contentious. Yeah. Let him in! Come on, you scumbags. We need to find out who those people are and have them lose their jobs who held the door. They need to have their jobs revoked, boycott wherever they're working at. They're hate mongers. I need one more soldier.
I'm not touching anybody. What are you doing to him?
Look at this. It's outrageous what's going on here. It's outrageous. We need a place where we can speak freely. What's going on here in America? This is outrageous. This is outrageous. And the police are helping them. It's brown privilege. It's black and brown privilege. Yeah, look who the police are protecting. Look who the police are protecting.
We saw you attacking people. I wasn't attacking anyone. Yeah, you were. Stop.
This is awful, folks. This is what America has come to. This is complete. It's bad enough that on YouTube and all these other sites that are privately owned, that even in the public, our taxpayers are paying for this. I almost want to scream, President Trump, will you take the civil rights industrial complex, will you take them to task? Will you have them sit before the Senate committee, some form of committee, and just have your people grill the hell out of them? It's just, I've had enough of these individuals. Let them see put this stuff up to scrutiny and see if it stands up to its bootstraps. It's just awful, man. And we need to, start grilling people like Eric Holder and the rest of the rest of the civil rights industrial complex. It's just nonsense. What they're spewing out here is just awful crap. I'm just pissed off. I know that all my words ain't coming together great, but I'm just saying that on May 29th, JP and I are going to be protesting this kind of crap. We're going to be signing petitions to allow white South African farmers to give them refugee status, because this is the kind of crap that whites have to live through every day, because this is a worldwide phenomenon.
If you're in Los Angeles, find a way and contact us if you want to come and meet us.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
And we don't know where the protest is going to be yet. It might be the Los Angeles.
You might. Somebody out there might know the date. They might know something. If you know something, let us know. We'll join where you're going. But we definitely are going to have our eyes to the calendar. Yeah. And be looking for events to show up at.
This is outrageous. This is wrong.
It's completely outrageous.
It's wrong. And we, I wish, instead of for gun rights, we need to have a no white guilt day and have our kids walk out saying, "Hey man, we're sick of black on white mob violence. We're sick of the stuff that's happening in South Africa. We're sick of the rapes that are happening in Europe. We're sick of it all.
What's funny is right before the show we were talking, and you mentioned that we're going to try to get a hold of Eric Holder. And here's Liz made a comment. I'll ask Eric Holder to send me one so it's guaranteed not to be traced. Talking about guns, of course.
Oh. Now, the NRA has a good anger management program, and it's true. You shouldn't be like, a person that's angry that has a gun. But like I said, now, do you have that article pulled up? Because
I do.
There's
somewhere.
an article,
I have it.
Yeah, that I want you to read just before we, I don't know if we'll call it a day, but because we want to keep it a little bit short out there. But I'm just telling you guys, and I don't know if it's going to help. I don't know how many people are going to show up, but I'm just sick and tired. And this Starbucks thing, it just drove me to the edge. We were putting our white guilt film on the back burner, but now it's in full throttle. And we're gonna give. You
know what? I lost that. Darn. Do you have that? You.
I Skyped it to you.
Yeah, no, I have it here. Yeah. Okay. So this was called, my throat's going out a little bit here. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. It's called 7 Things Black People Want Their Well-Meaning White Friends to Know. Mm. And I can tell just by the title, I almost don't want to read it because I have come across so many horrendous, awful, just bad articles spread around the internet, and they always amount to the same thing.
It is vomit worthy.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'll read a little bit of this. You tell me if you want me to stop. But it was written by Aaron Canty. This was, I don't see a date. Oh yeah, dude. This was from January 29th.
Okay.
I grew up black in a very white neighborhood, in a very white city, in a very white state. As such, I am a lot of people's only black friend. I don't know about you, but this is kind of how I grew up, I would say. I grew up in an area that was very white, and always had a couple black friends. Mm-hmm. Anyways. Being the only black friend is a gift and a curse. I am black and I love having friends, but I am also, at any given moment, expected to be a translator, an ambassador, a history teacher, and or a walking, talking invitation into I am not racist territory. Mm. It's a lot to handle.
What a moron.
See what I mean about that curse?
Oh, my God.
I know. I could already envision having a beer with this chick and just wanting to just strangle her. So when I saw the animated short film, Your Black Friend, did you see this?
No, I haven't.
I felt so seen. Clearly, I'm not alone. The film, which was written, directed, designed, and narrated by Ben Passmore and is based on his mini-comic of the same name, is a brilliant, refreshing way to examine whiteness and racism. The comic and animated short are an open letter from your black friend to you, their well-meaning white friend, about bias, alienation, and what it means to be a good ally and friend. It's funny, honest, heartbreaking, blah, blah, blah. And speaking... Oh, shoot. Something just popped up. Are you sending me shit? You're infecting my computer, dude.
Is that really going to infect it?
My computer just got some kind of Trojan virus intercepted. Anyways, okay. I'm going to go down a little bit. Okay. If you're a woke friend and ally, here's some things your black friend wants you to know. You're going to have to get uncomfortable. It could be something as obvious and upsetting as a racist joke, or something as benign as your aunt suggesting you cross the street when she sees a group of black kids walking by. But either way, if you want to be a good friend and a real ally, you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to be one of those tough it's going to be one of those tough conversations with people you care about. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Your black friend would like to say something to the racist lady, but doesn't want to appear to be that angry black man. I don't even know what that means.
I don't even know what that is. Okay, she wants you to say something.
All right, I'm just going to skip down to number 3. We are constantly monitoring our surroundings and adjusting our clothes, hair, speed, and speech to maintain white comfort.
Oh, fuck you.
Are you fucking out of your mind? We don't like it, but one small choice, like deciding whether or not to wear a hood, or the speed at which we reach into our glove box. Are you joking? Can be the difference between life and death.
I want to give this chick a ticket to Johannesburg right now.
When I'm parking in a garage and walking behind white women, I intentionally cough or walk a little louder so she turns and notices me. The black... No, she doesn't. Okay. Why? Because when I don't, that same white woman will often clutch her purse and occasionally let out an audible gasp as I pass her. This is something my white friends likely don't realize I have to do. Some of them may even be pearl clutchers in the parking lot. Her own friends might be those.
Wait a minute. JP, I want you to wait. Hold on a second.
I can't. It's hard to go on.
No. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Can you read that?
Yes, I'm just gonna go. I just want to finish this paragraph.
All right, just start. Yeah, read it. Okay, yeah.
But to maintain white comfort, turn it up.
Yes.
To maintain white comfort and to avoid having the cops called on us, we often have to clamp down. We have to tamper down our clothes and modify our speech and volume. Even do our hair differently.
Keep reading.
Hold on. We have to have the talk with our kids about how the world sees them.
Continue reading, please.
No, it's not fair. We don't like it. But as long as this country and institutions are built on a solid foundation of white supremacy, it's a grim reality. Number 4. Your black friend wishes you'd play more than Beyonce. There are more black performers than Beyonce. I don't even want to read that one. Okay, I just don't fucking want to read that one.
Come on.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Lemonade. That's an album by Beyonce. Was awesome. There is no denying it. And yes, I love seeing her iconic looks on Instagram too. There's more to black music and black art. Let's say, dip a toe outside your comfort zone and try new artists and genres you may not be familiar with. Please don't pause the crying.
Yes.
Go and see it. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's okay. Number 5. Number 5. Speaking of which, performative blackness is really uncomfortable. When you wear that braided wig on Halloween or use your black scent. I guess that's a black accent. And you're around me or other black people, it hurts. It's not cute or charming, and it definitely doesn't make you seem cool. All right.
All right, are we continuing to play that, or are we done with that? Are there more? Is there more?
There's 4. Yeah, there's 7 total. We're on number 6.
I got another theme.
Okay.
Let's.
Right now, we've read 5 of these, and I absolutely am puking on myself. I'm vomiting.
All right. Let's play this. Okay. Play this, and we'll do this. Okay. All right, play.
All right. Number 6. Not so loud.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Number 6. Turn it down a little bit more. Your black friend feels like a man without a country. Having white friends seeming to fit in with the majority can feel really alienating. You can feel too white for black people and too black for white people. And all you want to do is find people to eat pizza with. As Passmore wrote, he's lost in this contradiction and held responsible for it. Number 7. We'd love it if we could stop talking about our anxiety and frustrations regarding racism, but right now, that's impossible. Our concerns are urgent and real. We're getting subpar health care. We're disenfranchised. We're over-policed. We are thrown in jail. We're killed by people sworn to protect us. It's exhausting, but we have to keep talking about it. So do you. All right, that's it.
All right, folks. Basically, I mean, I don't know if you've read all of that, and there's a lot of talk in the chat room about Barco.
Hold on a second. There's a video that's at the bottom of that.
All right, you want to play that?
I'm going to play it real quick. I'm not sure what it is.
Boy from a deli around the corner, even though he knows he's not supposed to. He's hoping the white guilt will keep the barista from confronting him about it. Your black friend is listening to a conversation between a nicely dressed rich white lady and the barista. I saw this sketchy guy coming out of this backyard with a bike, and I called the cops right away. What did he look like? Oh, I don't know, like black and tall with dreads and black. The bike was blue with drop bars, a broken spoke, and a brown leather saddle. Was the house on France Street? Did he have a nose ring? Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like Darren. She comes here all the time. That's his house. Darren. This is an important moment. Your black friend has seen this many times. A white person, normally unaware of their racism, blunders in a moment in which it is totally undeniable. He knows that this woman will still not see it, though. She is equally afraid of black people and the realization of that fear. It will take someone like the barista, seemingly woke and race savvy, to clarify what has just happened for the rich lady. But your black friend knows the barista will say nothing. What white people fear the most is making things awkward. Your black friend would like to say something to the racist lady, but doesn't want to appear to be that angry black man. He knows this type of person expects that from him, and you will lose before he begins. This is why I have white friends, he thinks. White people are allowed to be both angry and listened to, while he is expected to be mad calm. He wishes he could make you understand this and so many other things. Your black friend wonders if you know that unlike you, he has to constantly monitor his speech, affect, and presence.
Bullshit, we got to monitor our speech too, you butt wipe. Give me a break.
Everybody's got to watch their language.
Oh, fuck, are you kidding me? White Americans, conservative Americans have to limit their speech the most. Are you kidding me? We get in trouble the most in this country. Give me a break. This is such fucking bullshit. I don't want to swear, but this is nonsense.
You can thank the FCC for that.
Oh my God, that is just ridiculous.
Baby. Like she's
you are protected by by the government and by the private sector. Both the public and private sector they fucking bow down to you, man. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This is one of the most retarded things.
Wow, this is like a full-on multimedia attack right here. I mean, it's just, they got the video, they got the article, they've got it networked to every social network.
This is monstrous. What's going on in this country and throughout the West. Basically, they want to allow people in Europe that don't have the same norms on how women are treated. By the way, Pat Condell did a video called "Human Rights for Rapists" that YouTube shut down. It was about how rapists are going how rapists are getting away with rape in Europe, and how some of these social justice warriors would rather die than face the truth. As a matter of fact, there's, and I think it was Italy, she was raped by a group of migrants and didn't want to say anything because she was afraid of hurting the cause. I'm telling you, man, this is complete. It's just angering me, and I don't know what you're looking at X Hamster. All right, folks.
Yeah, we got a link in the chat room.
Yes,
Barker.
I know.
All right, so okay. Do we have anything else to add to this?
You know what? I don't want to add anything yet, but like I said, we're planning an event, and you know what? Maybe nobody wants to do anything. People are interested, I guess, in the chat room and what's going on with the drama on everywhere else. But,
well, it'd be amazing if we can get some people who are from Gab. I forgot to add this on Gab, but
yeah, please add this on Gab as well.
If you're on Twitter, Gab, YouTube, anywhere, and you want to just talk about these topics, you can always reach us at all those platforms. So.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm going to end it with our old, and I played a little bit of it. Was JP was reading the thing. This was our old our No White Guilt theme song that we used to open with every night.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah. Guys, I want you to, May 29th, we're planning on having a protest, a counter-protest to what Starbucks is doing. We hope some out there join us. I know the show doesn't get a lot of listens, but we're planning on doing a campaign against this sort of thing. It's wrong. It's not about free speech. It's un-American. It's un-liberty. And it's hurting not only America, but the entire Western world. And our standard of living, our way of life, in my opinion, is at stake. What's going on in South Africa could happen in America. It is happening to a smaller extent. A lot of racial vendettas are out there that the media covers up. And, of course, the media is covering up a lot of other things. Anyway, guys, take care. And, like I said, the media is... The mainstream media and the government does not want to have this debate. So
keep your eyes peeled for MrMidnightMovie.com.
Yes.
You can go to it now, but our new website will be up soon.
It will be up soon, and guys, hopefully you guys will support us. But this is an issue not just for America, but for the whole world. Thank you for listening.